And then, oops, I should have shared my screen first. Awesome. Well, I don't have a ton to talk about tonight, so if I get done early, we can share our screen and watch TV. But no, tonight I just want to talk about casting your vision and setting big goals. And I want to talk to you about what some of my goals are for us as a team, and how it's going to happen for us to get there. And then I want you to spend some time and think about, you know, what are your big goals and what's your big vision, and just kind of talk about that a little bit. But announcements, challenge group on Monday, August 15th, we'll go back to the app. I think I'm going to put another file in the team page and just have you guys add your people there. And then I'll just go through and add them in there. I think that's easier because sometimes for my downline, like if I get a text or I get a Facebook message or an email with people to add, so if they're all in one place, I think they'll just be easier for me. And so Megan and Julie and Abby, you guys can do kind of what you want, if you want them to message you or if you want them to put them on the file sheet, but whatever's easiest for you. But if you usually report to me, I'm going to open a file section. Megan came up with a name today. I think it was Rise and Grind Back to School or Back to You. So she's going to make a graphic for that. And then once she makes the graphic, then I'll open up the group. So we'll get that going on the app. Something I was thinking about is on our team calls, you know, I talk a lot and that's great. I'm sure you guys all love to hear me talk, but I would love to hear you guys talk. So what I want to do is I'm going to put up like another file sheet, and I'm going to kind of let you sign up for a date to talk, and then I want you to pick the topic. So rather than me list a bunch of topics, I want you to think about you. I want you to think about what's one thing that you feel like you're really good at, you feel like you excel at, you feel like is your strength. And I want you to put that as a topic. And, you know, you don't have to talk for an hour. You can talk for 15 minutes. You can talk for 20. You don't have to make slides. You can. But I just really want to get more of you guys involved in these team calls. Because, and even if you have never done this and this is scaring the crap out of you right now, that's good. And this is just one of those things that's going to push you more outside of your comfort zone and just kind of give you a leader role. So that's on my list to work on, is to get that up and running. I want to start this next week if possible. So I will have, so if somebody wants to jump on the train and be the first one, that'll be next Tuesday, but I'll kind of have that. And, you know, I just think it's good for you guys to share and to just think about, and I always enjoy preparing for these calls and thinking about what I want to share with you, and I want you guys to be able to experience that too. The 20s premiered last night on BOD. I think Quinn, was that who the guy was last night? According to Megan's B snaps, he's pretty good looking. So if you're into looking at a young chiseled man, go watch the 20s. But that's another thing that you can promote and you can share in your social media. You can share with your challengers who have BOD, you know, that kind of thing. So I think it goes until October, and October is when you get to choose or you get to vote for who the next trainer is. So it's for the next celebrity trainer with Beachbody is on that. Today I saw a post that the cooking show for Fixate is going to premiere on August 19th. So I think that was the right date. I didn't double check that, but so the 19th is when that will launch. That's something that you definitely want to send out to the people that are on BOD right now. I'm planning on sending out my weekly or my monthly newsletter, but in the middle of the month, so I can talk about all these things that are going on. I can talk about the health bet, which I don't have on here as an announcement because we're going to talk about it tomorrow night with some of the other leaders on the team, and I want to make sure that I fully understand it before I go and talk about it or promote it to my customers. But basically, if your challengers are in the Challenge Tracker app, they post 3 workouts, they post 5 Shakeologies, they are entered in to win money out of the pot. And I guess what I don't understand is if it's weekly or if it's all at the end they divvy it up, or so that kind of thing I want to make sure I understand completely. But basically, no matter what, coaches, everybody on this call, challengers, customers, they have a chance to win money through the health bet. So it could be $5, it could be $100. It just depends how many people participate. So, and also they're putting money into the pot for every challenge pack that's sold in August. So, but that's something that I'm definitely going to communicate and start promoting towards the end of August with my challengers when I'm talking to them and inviting them and those kind of things. Sorry, hang on. The Facebook group, the Country Heat group. I wake up and I have like 90 notifications and I think, oh my gosh, my post last night had a lot of traction. Oh wait, it's the Country Heat group. Okay, which it's gonna happen. It's fine. It is what it is. But I think it was Megan that said to me, oh, I'm trying to keep tab on my challengers, but I feel like they're getting lost. And yesterday I put all of my, and I didn't do this on purpose like for Country Heat, but I put all of my current challengers and those that are currently getting Shakeology in an interest list on Facebook. And then as I was going through it today, all of their Country Heat posts popped up on that interest list. Woo, genius. So like put your Country Heat people in an interest list on Facebook. And then that way, all of their posts, even to the Country Heat group, will show up on that list. So they'll all be right there. So I wanted to share that with you guys that are struggling with keeping tabs on your challengers. Because I know like the other day, Monday, I was going through, and all of a sudden there's one from Friday that I missed. So put all those people in an interest list, and then you can do it on your computer or through your phone. You'll be able to just scroll through and see them all right there. So I was going to try and do this acuity schedule. I've heard of people doing it. I thought it was free, and then I was messing with it today and found out that it's really not free. Like I'd have to pay money. And anyways, so what I was wanting to do was like have blocks of time where you guys could sign up if you wanted to do a one-on-one call or if you wanted to get together and chat. But I don't really want to pay money to have that, where you guys could just message me and say, hey, can we chat? So I just took a screenshot of this. But I was kind of looking at my schedule and looking at like my nights and stuff and when there's other team calls. And so like these are some of the times, if you want to set up, especially when school starts for me next week, if you want to set up like a half an hour time to chat, really just, Monday nights aren't going to work because there's usually the Royal Republic or the Dream Team, and then sometimes Heather and Hillary have their call. Tuesdays are our night for team calls and stuff. But, after this call, I could jump on and talk to somebody. Wednesday and Thursday are pretty open from 7:30 to 9. We could jump on for a half an hour and chat or those kind of things. So just keep that in your back of your mind. I'm going to shoot, if you're my personally sponsored coach, I'm going to shoot you a message and see, if the next couple weeks you want to set up a time. But I'm going to kind of leave this in your guys' corner too, or in your court. Like I want you to come, if you need to chat, if you want to talk, I want you to come to me and say, hey, what time do you have on Wednesday? What time do you have on Thursday? So I'm going to shoot you guys a message and just let you know, or set up kind of like an initial time. But then if you guys want to talk outside of that, because, next week Tuesday, I go back to work, and pretty much from 8 to 4, 8 to 5, after I finally get home, I'll be pretty MIA. I might be able to respond to a message on Facebook during my lunch and stuff, but I will pretty much be MIA. So these times at night, if you want to jump on and just chat for 30 minutes, ask some questions. So just be aware of that starting next week. If you shoot me a message at 8:05, you might not get a response until 4:05. And it's going to take getting used to. It really will. It's going to be hard, but so just be aware of that. And that's why I wanted to open up that message thread too for our whole team. So like, who was it? Like Sam sent me a question yesterday, I think, about the container system. Next week, that's a question to shoot in the message thread because tons of people could help with answering that. So, I mean, don't not ask me, but just know that putting them in the message thread, there's a good chance that somebody will be able to answer those kind of questions for you. So if it's not one that's specific to me, throw it up in that thread. So that way, if somebody else has a break or somebody else can answer that question, definitely throw those up in there. So yeah. So you guys have any questions on the announcements or anything that's coming up? Awesome. All right. Success Club. This is an awesome list of people that are already up on the board, and it is the 9th of August. So kudos to Megan for already being at 10. Riley has also hit Success Club, and all the rest of you are up on the board with 2 people, which is awesome for, it being the 8th of the month and you're already up, or 9th, sorry, and you're already up on the board. So I know a team cup, it kind of helps push you and motivates you and pulls you forward. So just keep doing those vital behaviors. Keep checking in with the leader on your team. If there's something good that's working for you, continue to share it and go from there. So this is an awesome number. I feel like we're going to have a lot of rank advancements happen in the next few weeks. Just saying, some of you are going to be hitting Emerald. I can just feel it. It's coming. It is coming on. Okay, so casting your vision. I don't know how many of you guys have ever heard the terms like elite or premier. If you've been coaching for a while, you've probably heard those terms thrown around. If you're a newer coach, maybe you've been watching videos and you hear somebody say, oh, I'm a 2014, 2015 elite coach. And what does that mean, right? And I didn't really know what it meant either until all of a sudden it came to be January and everybody was like, are you pushing for elite? Asking me. And I was like, well, what does that mean? And there's this whole system, there's this whole way that you get points. And they're like, oh, you just, your coaches hit Success Club and you get points and you become elite. I'm like, oh, well, sure, I'll push for it. Like, why not? And so we're at Summit, a couple weeks ago, and we were talking about elite, and Megan kept asking me all these questions, and it dawned on me, I'm like, I never really explained to everybody what being elite means and how it works and how it's truly a team thing, not a me thing. And if that's one of my goals for our team to accomplish that, that's something that I need to talk to you guys about, right? And I don't know why I didn't think about, I guess because I didn't want it to seem like this is a goal I want for our team. And so to me, it felt like it was a selfish thing to talk about. But I realized that it's just something that I think as a team we can work together and we can push for and we can make it happen. And I think being at Summit made me realize how much of an honor and a huge accomplishment it is to be an elite team, because it's like the 0.01% of coaches are elite. And so when we were able to walk through the core, they had all these big, like huge portraits of the coaches that were elite. And it was just so cool to be able to walk down that red carpet and to see those pictures and to see those people that had worked so hard. At the beginning of the year, when I made my goals for 2016, it was to be an elite team, because that's just what I thought. I'm like, oh, we can be elite. Like that, yeah, everybody, my coach is pushing for it. I can push for it. That sounds good. I'll be elite. And then in the top 200. So there's over 440,000 coaches. And for us to be in the top 200 of those, I'm like, yeah, we could totally do that. Like it's not impossible, right? So these numbers below show how we've progressed through the year. So in January, when the first elite rankings came out in January, we were number 673, which I wish I knew how we finished last year. But I had no idea what this meant last year, so I don't know what number we were. But I know that 673 is a good spot to start at in the month of January. And then we jumped a whole bunch in February to 434. And again, we took a huge leap in March at 350. And then another big one in April, we got to 308. And then in May, we jumped back to 331. And then in June, we jumped back a whole bunch to 380. And the rankings for after July will come out on Friday, so I won't know where we're at until then. But so how did we get there? How did we jump from 673 all the way down to 308 and then kind of start backpedaling? It is all based on Success Club. There is a breakdown of points for volume, and there's a breakdown of points for accruing volume. I'm not going to get into that because I don't care about that. It all comes down to Success Club. In January, we had, and it's for my personally sponsored. So I know that there's a lot more in my coaches that hit Success Club throughout these months. But for our team, for the Healthy Living Dynasty, it counts for those that are mine personally sponsored. In January, we had like 3 coaches hit Success Club. And each month, the number grew. And what would have been January, February, March, April? April, I think we had the highest number with 6 coaches hit Success Club. And that's why we jumped up so much. And then in May, I only had 2 coaches. And then in June, I only had 2 coaches. In July, I only had 2 coaches. So I'm hoping we go down. Like, I hope we get below 350 for our rankings that come out. But it's all based on Success Club. And it's not, it doesn't matter. You know, if I hit Success Club, our points double. But it comes down to our team and our team working together and our team hitting Success Club and our team signing up people and increasing those people and increasing the amount of challengers and building those relationships and getting our challengers results. That's how we get there, right? And I still, you know, I was configuring the elite points this weekend after getting back from Summit and kind of feeling like realization hit me where I was like, okay, can we really do this? Like, is this possible? And I was breaking down the numbers and I was like, I don't think we can do it. Like, I think it's impossible. That's literally what I was thinking to myself. And I talked to Hillary yesterday on the phone and she's like, are you still pushing for elite? And I'm like, Hillary, I think it's impossible. I don't think it's going to happen. And Hillary said it was this time last year that she started pushing for elite. She finally decided, yeah, I'm going to go for it. We're going to make it happen. We're going to become an elite team. She had enough points. She had 136 points. She just wasn't 5-star. You have to be 5-star and elite, which 5-star we can totally do. We're set up for it. It's going to happen. But she had the points and she started really working it in August. So I heard that and I'm like, okay, it can still happen. But it's only going to happen if I cast that vision to you guys. And I say, I want us to be an elite team. Some of the benefits that come with it as a team, we get more access to trainings. So like people from corporate would be able to jump on our calls. They would take the time to train us on different things. We would have access to more of the workouts earlier. We'd have more access to a lot of it is just the trainings and with just being seen by corporate more and those kind of things. And then in the top 200, like how awesome would it be to say, I'm on a team in the top 200 out of 400,000 teams in Beachbody, you know, and even top 300. If we end up somewhere between 200 and 300, like I will still be happy, but I totally think, I know it can happen. But it takes all of us. It takes every single one of us working hard and hitting Success Club and making it happen. And I know that we can do it because some of you have ended at 2, some of you have ended at 4, and it's like just put that little extra effort in, that little extra push to make it happen. And I know that it can happen because I've seen it. We jumped over 300 spots in a couple months. So I know that it can happen. It just took me, I guess, breaking out of the shell to cast my vision to you guys and to let you know. And it is a scary goal. It's a big goal. It's going to take everybody on the team to make it happen, right? And it is scary, but I want it. I want it for you guys. I want it we've been a team for just over a year. And for some people, elite takes 2 or 3 years to accomplish. How freaking awesome would it be to accomplish that in a year and a half? You know, to be able to say, yeah, we're top 200 and we're an elite team in a year and a half. Like, it's just awesome. It would be so cool. It just gives me chills thinking about it. And just to know the way that our team is and the way that we function and the way that we step up and help each other with everything and we take responsibility for things. And we are literally a team. Like we do everything together. We work together. Everybody, you know, gets along and we work together. And to me, that's a team. And I want that for us to be able to say, we're a freaking team and we did it, you know? So yeah, I'm kind of starting to ramble, but it can happen and it has to include all of us and it includes all of us pushing. And that starts at the top too. these 2 months, May and June, where our numbers dipped, I dipped, right? Stuff was starting to get stressful and I let life control and I didn't keep this in the focus and keep this vision in the focus. And so I know from now until the end of the year, if we all focus on just hitting Success Club, this will happen and we will get there and we will be able to say, we pushed until the last second, we pushed until the end and to finish where we finished. So I wanted to just take that time to cast this vision to you to let you know this has been a goal of mine since January, and I should have told you guys this from day one, but I think I was scared. I was scared to say it out loud that I wanted our team to accomplish that in a year and a half. And I think I was scared to say it out loud because then it becomes more real when you say it out loud. But I'm saying it now because there's still time and we can still do it, and I know that we can. So what I want you to do is think about setting some big goals for yourself personally, your team, your coaching. What are some of your goals? So at the end of the year, you have 5 months. What are some of the things that you want to accomplish with you and your team? So like I told you mine, I want us to be an elite team and I want us to be in the top 200. So what does that mean? That means that we need to have 3 more diamonds. We need to have everybody hitting Success Club. And that's going to move us forward. So those are the things, that's my goals for the end of the year, right? A couple of them. Summit goals. So the work that you do between now and next summit, even if you are still on the fence about going to summit, which you shouldn't be, you should be on the summit side of the fence, hint, hint. But even if you're a brand new coach, from what you do now until next summit is how you are recognized at summit. So I don't know if you saw the pictures, but outside the core, which was the big shopping area, they have all the banners that had emerald and diamond and 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, blah, blah, blah. And your name is up there. And some of you, I tried to find your name. The emerald wall, I'm sorry, the emerald banner was insane. Like I could barely find Kevin's name. I was like going cross-eyed, like trying to find it. But which banner do you want your name to be on next year when you get to summit? Where is it going to say, your name? Is it going to be on the emerald wall? Is it going to be on the 2-star wall, the 4-star wall, 5-star? Where is it going to be? Where's your name going to be? So between now and next summit, that all determines that recognition. What do you want it to say on your medal that you get? Which I didn't know you get a medal, but it was really cool. And what do you want your name tag to say? Right? What do you want this ribbon to say? So think about those. I have a big income goal for this time next summit. I want to have replaced my income by this time next year at summit. I want to be able to say I replaced my teacher's salary, right? And then what are your 2-year goals? So what do you see your vision 2 years from now? For me, you want to know my 2-year goal? I want to be home in 2 years. That's what I want. It's crazy. It's scary. It's freaking me out, but that's what I want. So what are your goals do not have to be anything like mine. End of the year, you know what? Maybe your goal is just to get 4 working coaches. You want to have 2 working coaches on each side. It can be something like that. It does not have to be anywhere near what I'm saying, right? 2 years from now, maybe your goal is just to have had an awesome transformation and to keep the weight off, and you're still working out every day and you're still hitting Success Club 2 years from now. That is awesome. Whatever your goal is, that's your goal, right? Take it, own it, and figure out a way to get there. Summit goals. Maybe diamond. Diamond's what you want to be, right? And that's awesome. That is a great accomplishment. That really is. And even to see your name up there, right? To get a medal that says your name and it says diamond on it. It's way cool, right? To see your name up on that thing. So whatever your goal is, maybe by summit, you just want to be at summit. Maybe that's your goal, to have convinced yourself to go to summit. Okay, there you go. 2 years from now, yeah, that's a long ways, but create some crafty goals, some crazy goals, and think about where you want to be. Maybe you just want to be making enough that you're getting rid of your debt, and that's enough for you. That's awesome. That's great. Whatever it is, write them out. Make a plan. Set them big. Share them with your coach. Share them with your spouse, your significant other. Dream about what you want this to be, where you want it to take you. And it all boils down to hitting Success Club. As crazy as it is, that's what it comes down to every single time. All right? So that's what I got for you guys. Who's ready to dream? So that's been on my mind, on my heart, and since Summit. And I should have shared that stuff with you guys a long time ago, but I know it's something that we can do. But it takes all of us. And honestly, hitting that elite and moving forward, it has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with you guys. And it's totally a team effort. And I just want that for us, because I look at other teams. I look at my uplines team. We are a team. We are that, and we deserve that. So, all right. The floor is your guys'. If you guys have questions or you want to make any comments, anything. Is gymnastics on yet?
No. One thing that I don't know if this applies to like these, I don't know. It just applies to me, I guess. I have some goals that like for myself, and then I have goals kind of for my team. And so like hitting 1-star and 2-star like are on my goals. And I wrote them down yesterday, and I was kind of like thinking like what you're thinking right now. Like I need to tell them that that's my goal and stuff. And so I reached out to my coaches just to see like where they're at and where they want to go and stuff, because like you said, this is a team. Like this is a team effort to be like an elite team or something. And so like I know some of you are like just starting out, but even as I make my own goals, I do have to think of my team too, you know, because like I think I remember when I first started and I was trying to make that dream board, and you were like, oh yeah, you could hit 5-star or whatever, just to dream big and stuff. And like really in all reality, it's not just me hitting 5-star, it's like my whole team. And so like when I was making my goals this time around, I guess I was more conscious of, like you said, like, and I guess they're my goals, but at the same time, like I feel like they have to be my team goals too, if that makes any sense.
Nope, it does, because you know, like my goal for our team is to make elite, is to hit elite and to move up to top 200. But if half of you don't want to hit Success Club and you don't put in the work, it's not going to happen. Like I can't make you hit Success Club, right? And so it has to be something that you want. But how do you know you want that if I don't share that with you? So definitely, you know, the coaches that you have and the team that you're building, don't wait 8 months like I did to cast your vision and to tell them your goals. Because honestly, I felt selfish saying, well, I think we should push for elite, so you guys should all hit Success Club. Like, I don't know why. I just felt selfish saying that. And I shouldn't, because you should. You want to hit Success Club. I know you guys all do. And so don't wait 8 months. Wait 8 minutes after the call and tell your team what your vision is, you know? And to be honest, making a video, I don't know. I feel like you can get more of it out, or you can talk about it more. But it's totally a team thing. You know, you can get to Emerald by yourself, and by signing up your spouse and signing up your mom. You can get to Diamond by yourself by signing up your spouse and your mom and building them to Emerald. But eventually you need a team, and you need people there to move you and get you forward. And that's what I love about us, is even though technically I'm the top of our tier or whatever, I don't feel like that. I feel like we all throw out opinions. We all help out with different things. Team, like that's what team is, right? You know? So I just want that for all of us. And I don't know why I waited so long to share with you guys what I know we can accomplish and what I know we can do. So yeah, it totally is. It's a team effort for sure. For sure.
Okay, so I'm kind of struggling with Like, let's say Julie and Liz are on my team, and I'm just struggling with, like, I ask them where they want to be. They're like, oh, I want to be emerald. But at the same time, like, do I sit there and like explain to them what emerald is, what diamond is, what 1-star is, you know, because for me, like when you were like, do you want to hit diamond? I was like, what the heck is diamond? Like, you're buying me a ring? I had no idea what it was. And so like, I don't know, because it's kind of hard, because when I first started, I was not like, oh, I'm going to make money and I'm going to do this. I was just like, hey, I want to help people. And I feel like that's where like some of my new coaches are. And so it's hard for me to like, I don't know, like what you said, it's hard for you to get out there and say, I want to be elite, you know, because all of us are like, well, what the heck, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I think I've learned that the best thing to do is like explain what emerald is and explain what benefits you get when you hit emerald. And then once you hit emerald, okay, you're pushing for diamond, and here's how it happens. You have to have 4 coaches on each leg, and you need to have 2 emeralds. So you need to find 2 people. I think that's how it is. I think that's just because otherwise you have it like that where you're like, diamonds, like you're getting me a ring, like, you know. I think so. I do think you just have to explain that to them. But it comes down to Success Club too, you know? And that's why I think, you know, hitting Success Club 6 is good. It means that you are, you know, you're in the game, you're doing the things, but when you hit 10, it just moves you forward so much faster. Wouldn't you agree? Because, you know, people fall off, people go inactive, people quit. But if you're continuously replacing those people and adding it on, I think, you know, 6 is going to move you along and you're doing the right things, but shooting for 10 every month is pushing you so much more forward in your business for sure. And by the way, for elite points, you only have to get to Success Club 5. So just so everybody knows. But I don't know why I waited so long to talk to you guys about it. I don't know. I just didn't want to seem selfish, I guess. I just felt like it was, I don't know.
I feel like it's a lot of what you said at first, like emerald, you're all by yourself. Like I could do that on my own. Like diamond, if I wanted to, and if I could, you know, like I would build diamond on my own. But it's like, once you hit that point, then it is more about your team and like what they do. Like we are your future, unless you, I don't know, would somehow, you know, build up other people. But at the same time, it's like, it is all about your team. And I feel like it does transition, because I know like some of my coaches are just working on, you know, building their little legs and stuff. And that's how I was too, you know, and then now it's finally like, holy crap, like it's all about my team. And I think that's why when we were at Summit, we're like, what do we do with our coaches? How do we help them, you know, get to where we want them to be and stuff? And because I think it does transition.
Yep. Well, and I know Lisa, my success partner, she's trying to hit 2-star. And so she is building her mom to diamond, and she's building her husband to diamond. And she's trying to push for elite. So she's running ragged, honestly, because she's trying to hit success. So what she does is she hits Success Club 10 in her account. And then this month, if she has anybody that wants to be a working coach, she's putting them under her mom. And so, I mean, you can do it. Like right now, I'm trying to get Kevin and my second business center to diamond. So yeah, I'm trying to build somebody other than myself. But, you know, eventually it's just going to be a struggle, right? Because she's basically doing it all herself. And I know for me, like when I hit diamond, it was Kevin was an emerald and Julie was an emerald. And I thought, okay, I'm diamond. Like, all right, money, right? I'm like, oh, it should be increasing. It wasn't until Megan was on the same leg as Kevin and she hit emerald, and I had 2 active working coaches, because Kevin he had people, but it wasn't until I put people under him. So then when I finally had 2 working coaches, that's when I saw everything shift. And that's when I was like, oh yeah, like if you want to grow, if you want to build, if you want to make residual income and you want to, you know, include those things and continue that, you have to get coaches and you have to build a team. So not that it's all about money and it's not about that, but that's what makes a huge difference. I noticed that because I went diamond in August, and Megan didn't start coaching till like October, November. So, I went 2 months with still not seeing much of a difference until Megan came on, and then after that I had 2 or 3 more that started under her. But yeah, so that makes a difference too. But awesome. Well, do you guys have any other questions or?
Can we have a dream board party?
Yeah, we should. I think Julie said with wine, and I was like, cool. Although today I'm like driven to drink. Let me just say, can I just throw that out there?
Sorry, Julie, I'll tell you.
Good thing I don't have any alcohol in my house.
Julie, when we were in Summit, it was awesome because Kylie got like drink tickets and stuff, and she couldn't use them. And unfortunately, I was right next to her, and
it broke your heart too, didn't it?
It did.
I was talking to somebody today, and they're like, how was Nashville? I'm like, oh my gosh, it was so awesome. Like, it was a really cool city. And I'm like, I plan on going back when I'm not pregnant. Let's just leave it at that.
Team trip.
Yes. Next year I'll have my own drink tickets, hopefully.
There you go.
No, that would be bad.
I
will. Yeah, okay, we should try and plan something in September. Because August, I feel like, I just know for me it's going to be crazy. We should plan something in September, though. How's that sound? I think my internet keeps cutting in and out. Do I keep cutting in and out?
You're like, let's plan yeah, how about that?
Yeah. September. How about like beginning of September? Like maybe like the second weekend maybe after Labor Day? Well, probably not Saturday because that would be the Iowa State game, but.
I was going to say, and Aaron has weird football now. Can we do like a Sunday thing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like watch the Vikings together?
Yeah.
Sunday would be great.
It would be like the 11th. You guys want to try for the 11th?
September 11th?
9/11? Otherwise.
Would that be fair?
We could all like dress up in patriotic stuff.
Or do you guys want to try like the 28th of August? You guys want to try for that maybe? School will be like in the middle, like school will have started. You guys want to shoot for that?
Let's do that.
August 28th. And we could do like, 3 o'clock in the afternoon or something like that. Awesome. We can have it here. I'll just make sure Kevin leaves, so.
Oh my God, we could all go swimming and not invite me.
Oh. Sorry. No, okay, actual true story today. It was, Kinsley woke up at 3 o'clock, and I told Kevin, I was like, I do not feel like going to the pool. Like, I'm not going. And he goes, you need to take her. She loves it. And I'm like, okay. So, like, it was literally like a 5-minute throw everything together and go. And I thought of you when I posted on Facebook. I'm like, Megan's going to get pissed. She's going to be mad. But, okay, let's do that. Let's shoot for the 28th. And we can have, oh my gosh, did I just cut out again? Sorry.
Yeah.
You just know what I'm talking about, what I'm saying. Okay.
All I heard was pool, forgot to invite you, and then I just like.
Okay, so the 28th, we'll get together, have a dream board party, and you guys can drink wine.
Perfect.
And I'll drink my water. Maybe I'll put some Crystal Light in there and get crazy. The energy one, maybe. Awesome. All right. Anything else? Any other questions or like anything you guys are struggling with or?
Yeah, people.
Oh, you shush. You're at Success Club 10. Shush it.
I was going to say, yeah, Megan, quit.
You shush.
I would say, though, does anybody have anything that's working? Because I am just like, it's excuse after excuse. That's why I made that post this afternoon or this morning about, what's your fear? What's holding you back? Because, I even had one gal that just told me flat out that she was afraid to fail. And, so I tried to walk her through that. Yeah, and I listened to, Melanie Metro and how she talked about all that. And I don't know. That's where I'm stuck. If anybody has ideas, suggestions, anything would be great.
I guess I've been doing a lot of I've had so many Shakeology objections, oh, I just want the DVDs. Oh, I just want this. And so I made a video to my little team, and I might actually just share it in Kylie's page if it's not a problem. But I just talked about, sorry.
You've got the mom stare down, just so you know. I think I did that 10 million times today.
But I just made a video about objections and stuff and what some people say about Shakeology and how to interact with it or how to come back with good things, positive things. Because I noticed I was reading back in some of my messages and the way I was talking about some stuff, it sucked. I was like, crap, I would not buy from me either. Because I was promoting the program, I was promoting Country Heat, but I was leaving Shakeology off, basically. And so a lot of people were like, yeah, sign me up for Country Heat. And I was like, oh, what about Shakeology? Of course they're not going to want to get it from me or whatever. And so, I don't know, I've been noticing that my attitude kind of sucks lately. And so my messages sucked. And so I'm going to try to plug, how do you unplug from Beachbody tomorrow. I'm going to post and stuff, but I'm going to read my book all day and try to get new ideas of how to talk to people. But yeah, they have just been sucky about Shakeology. And why don't they complain about containers? Why don't they complain about the workout? Why don't they complain about something else? It's always Shakeology. And I feel it's because it's what I'm saying and how I'm portraying it. And so that's why I did that Shakeology post today, because I always post my workout. You always see me working out. You always see my video. You always see I don't know, a meal or something that Erin makes, but you never see, I don't know, the good stuff about Shakeology. And I feel I'm failing on that part.
My internet connection is unstable. You guys are all using up the internet. That's why I can't.
Yeah, the only thing kind of going on what Megan said, I've noticed lately in my conversations with people is that I've been getting more traction off of my videos that I post on my personal page. So what I've been doing with Country Heat is doing every other day. So today I did a video on my personal page, and then I did just a picture on my page. And then tomorrow I'll flop it. So I'll do a post on my personal page and a video on my page. And so I've been doing that back and forth. And I actually had a gal, I literally just added her last week. And then this week I sent out my, hey, I don't know if we know each other, blah, blah, blah. And then she's like, what dance stuff are you doing? And we've been talking back and forth for the last 2 or 3 days about it. So I just noticed that the more, and I try to I know you guys can't relate to this, but I try to play off, oh my gosh, I'm pregnant and I'm doing this. What's your excuse? Come at me. I know you can't do that, but, just trying, and, we had our team cut meeting at 7:30 before this, and Shannon told me, or she said something right at the end that really stuck out with me. Shannon said, she goes, one of the things I was attracted to about you was that you posted your workout every single morning. It was early in the morning. You showed up every single day. And that stuck with me just because consistency is huge. I really, truly, I've always believed that. But when she said that, I'm like, okay, you're the reason I do post every single morning. I work out every morning. And so think about that too. And I am not good about posting about Shakeology either, but it's something I know I need to. And I think Megan's saying that, yeah, people, you see that you work out, you see that you're, eating well, or that you you have your dog or your kids, your dog or your kids, all those kind of things. But I think that's one thing even we are nervous about talking about, or like coaching. Sometimes I think we get nervous to talk about the coaching opportunity. One thing that I've been trying to do better of, and I'll do especially when school starts again, is like planning out my posts. So I can stagger them. So I know I want to share a recipe. I want to talk about coaching. I want to share my workout, throw Shakeology in there. So even, I know sometimes some of you like to go by the seat of your pants, but for some of you that maybe struggle with consistency, think about planning out your posts. Think about writing out what you want to do. And then that way you can, or take those objections, and every day you're going to talk about one of those objections, or, post about Shakeology until you don't get any more objections about them or whatever. So that's just for me what I've noticed lately, is that my invites haven't been getting a ton of traction, but it's more of people are seeing what I'm doing and they're like, what the heck? Like,
Julie, I don't know if you've ever done it, but like, what about posting online, like about making money through Beachbody? Because, like last month I rocked it, and I've been able to pay my car payment, my mortgage, and my phone bill, and our house bill, like all off of Beachbody. And I just want to like say, holy crap, like, how do you, I don't want to say like, oh, look at me, I made money off of you. But at the same time, like, I want to attract somebody like you guys that's like, holy crap, I can help people and make money at the same time, because like you were saying before, like with It Works and stuff, it's completely different. Like we don't just post like an image and then money or something. I've never seen a Beachbody person do that. Oh, it's from your thing this morning that you posted in the coach group. But like, it's just, how do you do that without, I don't know. I don't like shoving. I've never done a money post with Beachbody because
it's hard.
Yeah. But then like all of my sponsored posts on my Facebook from like other coaches are all about like, yeah, I get to retire my husband. I get to do this. I get to do that. And I'm like, holy crap, I want to do that. So it's like, some of those work, but
it's all in the way that you word it, I think.
Yeah. And not to jump topics or jump back, I did have a challenger that's been a challenger for a long time message me tonight. And I've been working on her for Shakeology for a really long time. And we had a long talk the other day about how she needed to just be more involved in the challenge groups. She just felt like she wasn't getting anything out of them and whatnot. And I just, kind of stated, you got to get involved, and the Shakeology is the piece that you're missing. And we just kind of talked about that. And tonight she finally said, I think there's something about that Shakeology stuff that I need to look into. So I think too that somehow we have to get that across, that is missing. So that's kind of my blip on Shakeology. But on the money post, I agree with you, Megan, because I've kind of had the same feelings too, because this last week when all went great for me and, hit Success Club 10 and everything, all that last week of August was, yeah, the commission check is going to be great. But you feel bad when all of a sudden you do 1 week that is fabulous like that, and then your next week you feel like you can't do nothing. And I think that's really hard, even as a coach. I feel to keep my drive, my excitement, yes, I want to keep helping people. Yes, I want to keep improving, but yet it's like I'm going nowhere because the no train is on our fence. And so that's why I love that we can have the call tonight to kind of help rejuvenate and say, yeah, we can do this. Other people feel the same way, but now let's bounce ideas off each other.
And with the income thing, like June was a crappy month all around and like every aspect. And I actually messaged Heather, or she started doing this awkward like weekly, how are you, like message or whatever. And so she did that, and I said to her flat out, I'm like, have you ever thought about quitting, like not doing this at all? And, you know, we kind of had a conversation, and I flat out told her, I said, I just feel like I'm putting in a lot of work and a lot of effort, and I'm not reaping the benefits. I'm not seeing it financially. Because in June, it didn't. Like, I looked at my weekly pay and I was like, wow, I did so much work this week. I did so many groups and I did all this stuff. And it's not all about the money. Like, don't get me wrong, but I was like, and that's how I felt in June. That's how I felt. I felt like I was doing so much work, so much effort, and I didn't feel like I was seeing that. And what she said to me was, you know, yes, it's important. Yes, it's a goal, but she's like, I try not to look at it. I try not to check into it. I try not to focus on it. And so in July, you know, I checked it every week just to see, but I didn't dwell on it. And I knew if my team comes back to team, if my team had a great week, I knew I was going to have a great week with my cycle bonus. And like the last 2 weeks, I've had really good weeks. And just the way this week has gone, this past week, Thursday probably is going to be a little bit of a dip. But in June, I dwelled on it because I did. I focused on that too much. And I think in July, I told myself, like, you can't focus on this. You have to focus on getting challengers, on helping. And that's where I kind of saw the turn for me was I took away from focusing on that and I put my focus back on, you know, what are you posting about? What do you really want? What are your goals? And then especially after Summit, it was like that will all fall into play, but it's not going to happen if I'm not helping my team, you know? So I think for me after Summit, I really realized that my effort shouldn't be so focused on the My Commissions tab. It should be on, you know, my drill down and these calls and setting up one-on-one calls and like checking in and making sure, you know, like on our team cup, all we said was, what are you doing well, or what's going well for you and what are you struggling with, and just talking about those things. And so I know that's where I was in June. I just felt like I was putting in, you know, but I just kind of shift my focus and put it back into my team and into those challengers. And especially for the country heat group, the email that I sent out, and like I told my challengers, I'm like, you have to post, you have to do this, you have to do that. I felt like I was kind of being bitchy, I guess, and being like, you have to do this. But guess what? They've been doing it. They've been posting. They've been drinking their shake. They've been doing all that stuff because I told them they had to. Even my sister, like, I was like, you have to post in the group. You know that, right? And she's like, I do? I'm like, yeah, if you want to be in the group, you have to post. And so, like, she has been, you know, just stuff like that. So, like, I felt kind of bad doing that, kind of like I felt bad talking about this stuff tonight. But, you know, and, like, I have some people that haven't posted yet. And I'm like, I need to check in with them and be like, where are you at? Like, are you posting in the group? You know? So I think even holding your challengers accountable will help too. And like Shannon said, she's like, I have some challengers that don't participate. It's like, that happens, right? That happens. You don't have people that don't participate, but the ones that do are the ones that are right here on your screen, you know? So you have to remember that too. Sorry, I think I just kind of like got winded and off track, but hopefully that helped a little bit. I shared in my Team Cup group these like 7 breadcrumbing questions. I think I might share it in the team page, or maybe I'll do it in our message thread, our team message thread. But there's 7 questions that I try to stagger throughout my posts, like throughout the week. And it's like, where were you before you started coaching? What tough moments did you overcome or struggle with, like before you started the fix or when you were first doing your challenge group? What do you love about this business? What do you love about workouts? What do you love about Shakeology? What has it helped you do? What do you love about the person you become? What do you see coming from this business? Like, what's your vision for this? And then what are you grateful for? I guess that's 8 questions. What are you grateful for? All the big and little things. So like I go through, so when I plan out my posts, like I know that tomorrow, like for example, tomorrow night, I want to talk about what I love about Shakeology and what it's helped me do. Like I was just thinking I should do something about my nails because they're like ridiculously, insanely long, you know? So like, oh, they break. Oh no, they're long. Oh. But so just that has helped me try to stagger out like what I'm talking about. And I wasn't frozen. It said it said unstable, so I thought it was oh my gosh. Ugh. But yeah, I'll post those in the team message thread though, because like when I first started coaching and Hillary made that posting calendar, like it saved my life when it came to posting. And I wish I had the time to do that, but I think, and I can like take a picture of what I have like posted out for this week, but like tomorrow I'm going to share a workout video. This is like for my like page, and then my personal page, I kind of do the same stuff. I'm trying to figure out how I want to do that, but like I do my workout video, and then I'm going to share a recipe, and then I'm going to talk about like what do I see coaching doing for my future, a mom post or a pregnancy post, and then what I love about Shakeology. So like that's for an example of the things that I want to talk about tomorrow on my like page, and then I usually try and share them or tag them or repost them on my personal page. But for me, that just helps give me ideas. And then like if something happens and I decide to post something else, that's great. And then I have a backup option. But for me, it just helps to kind of stagger out what I'm talking about too. So. Awesome. Well, is there anything else? Any other?
I have somebody who doesn't like the chocolate Shakeology, and I just want to like
punch them in the face. Oops, I said it out loud.
Because like she
has to stop recording.
Yeah, she tried it with like just milk or whatever and stuff, and like shook it up, and I'm like, well, at first it might not be something that you like. And then she tried blending it and didn't like it, and she's like, it just makes me gag. Blah. I'm like, okay, I know like out of all of them, chocolate is more chocolatey, if that makes sense. But she really likes coffee and stuff, and so I feel like the latte might be good because like to me it didn't taste like Shakeology. It just tasted like, I don't know, like a latte thing that Erin drinks and stuff. But like when she's like the one I was talking about, she's kind of a worrier and stuff, and so she was just like, I want to do the cafe one and see if I like that one and stuff. And it's just hard for me because it's like I grab it, I drink it. Like I think it's a lot of like in people's heads that they don't like it. If that makes sense.
True. If she still has the chocolate, Megan, have her put a cup of coffee with it.
Okay. What like
that's what I do in the morning now is I do a cup of chilled coffee. So I put my coffee in the freezer just so it gets chilled. And then I put it in my blender with like 4 ice cubes, a scoop of chocolate, and then I just put like caramel, the sugar-free syrup, like the coffee. Here, I got it right here. I'll show you.
Yeah, I make sure it's chilled because if it's not, it kills like the nutrients in the Shakeology and stuff if it's hot.
Can you see it?
Yeah, so it's just like a caramel, like.
Yep. You know, like if you were at a fancy coffee shop, you would have the push thing. But like Hy-Vee has it and it's sugar-free. So
Okay.
I just put like 2 teaspoons in it.
Okay.
And then I just blend it all up, and it's kind of like a iced mocha coffee from like McDonald's type.
Do you put any like milk or anything in it?
Nope.
Okay.
You easily could. I don't, but you could.
Try it.
Okay.
I blended my first shake today for the first time in like 6 weeks.
I know once you told me to put Recover in my chocolate, like I have it right after I work out and stuff, never blend it ever.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's just how I have it.
Yep.
That's why I'm like, are you sure you don't like it? But I know like almond milk at first, I had to get used to that because I wasn't a fan of almond milk because I loved like milk.
Yeah.
A lot of it. I drank a lot of milk before. But now I don't drink it, and it's fine.
Well, and I started drinking it again just because I feel like I need more calcium and stuff. But like I ran out of almond milk the other day, and then I did half skim milk and half water with my chocolate, and I could tell a difference than with the almond milk. I didn't try blending it, but I don't know. What did she try it with milk? Her chocolate with milk?
Yeah, she said she tried it with regular milk and almond milk.
Oh, she didn't like either one.
I think it's like, I don't know.
Tell her she just has to do it.
It's hard because, like, if you tried it and you didn't like it and you're like, here, I don't like this, I'm already like, I don't like it either. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so.
Well, and I know when I tried my first one, I had vanilla, and I shook it with water. And I think in my head, I was like, I don't want to like it. Like, I didn't want to like it. And so I had it. And granted, like, I think it's still gross now, like water and vanilla, but I'm like, Kevin, you have to drink this. And I remember I told Heather, I was like, I cannot have this anymore. And then I learned how to blend it and like stuff. And then I discovered chocolate, and my life was changed forever. So, but I think too, with Shakeology, it's got me thinking, like, I know Megan posted a ton of those mug cakes for a while when you went through your like little mug cake obsession. But
I still have it. I just don't post it all the time because I feel like people think I'm like.
You went like a week straight of like every night mug cake.
I had like 100 people message me about it.
Like, do we need to have an intervention here? No, I'm just kidding. But like the other day when I posted that brownie batter, like for how many days did it go around like through us coaches and through people? So like even stuff like that, you know, and I think Megan was telling me, or you were saying that at one point, that to show that Shakeology is not just a drink, you know, to use it for different things. So I was trying to find some different stuff on Pinterest, but
one of the coaches calls it a smoothie. Brittany Leggett, is that her name?
Yeah.
She called it like a smoothie.
Oh.
Superfood smoothie.
Oh, that's a different way to say it.
But I was like, what if someone's like, I don't like smoothies?
Yeah, somebody would.
Well, and I keep hearing, I don't like to drink my meals.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I've had people say, I don't like Shakeology, but I like Body by Vi or Yoli. What the hell is the difference? That it's made of crap and ours isn't? Like,
when people say that they don't like to drink their meals, I just tell them like how I always use it as a snack. So I'm like, it's either a granola bar or like drink a Twix. Like, I think I'll drink a Twix or like have brownie batter or. So I know I get that a lot too, though. And I
always just talk about like putting it in. What did I say? Adding in the nutritional value or something instead of saying I replace a meal, because otherwise people are thinking that they're just chugging shakes all day. Yeah. But if I'm like, oh, I just have it before I go coaching or have it on the way out the door, like in the morning, people are like, oh, I could do that instead of, I don't know, putting in this vision in their head that all I do is drink shakes. Even though I would, but yeah. I would say Shakeology has been a big thing.
I think it is always a struggle for everybody across the board.
And I think it's just because people, I don't know. Like, I had a girl that I was talking to or whatever, and then now she's thriving, which is fine. But it's like, so because you have a patch on your arm, you can now work out and you can now eat healthy. Like it just isn't.
I think the issue I see a lot is that people have tried a lot of meal replacement shakes before, or they've tried a lot of different shakes, like protein shakes or whatever. And so I think people are just turned off, not from Shakeology itself, but just the idea of a meal replacement or the idea of a shake in itself. You know what I mean? Because, like, I know for a while there I did, like, the Genesis Pure meal replacements, and, like, they kept me full, but tasted like absolute chalky crap. And, like, so with Shakeology, too, I kind of felt the same way. I'm like, this isn't gonna help me or whatever, you know? So I think I even had those conceptions at first, too. I just didn't think twice about not buying a challenge pack. Like, Heather told me to, so I did. Like, that's just how I am. So I think I don't think it's anything against us or Shakeology in itself. I think it's just people have a preconceived notion of shakes. Hi, Carver.
Carver, look at Kylie. Look at Kylie. There's
I always love how his ears stick up. Like, So, who wants to take my kid tomorrow if she wakes? Oh, just kidding. She's going to daycare tomorrow. Never mind. I was gonna say, who wants to take my kid if she wakes up and?
I'll switch you.
Oh my gosh. I had a headache by like 9 o'clock. I'm like, this is not going to be a good day.
Jake says he'll keep Kim's.
You can have her, buddy. Tell him to watch my Snapchat story and then see if he still wants her.
Hey, did you watch her Snapchat story?
Did Grandma tell her?
Liz, I feel like you know what I'm talking about, though. Like, I feel like it's
Just wait until you have 2.
Oh,
Or a bratty teenager.
oh my gosh. Yeah.
I'm gonna be the dog lady. I should change my Instagram name right now. Crazy dog lady.
Dog mama. Megan G.
There's people. Okay, so I use Instagram to follow like some of those hashtags and stuff. There's some really weird people out there with their dogs, and so I stopped doing that. Yeah.
Maybe you should try Cat Lady or something. I bet that might have better. No, I'm just kidding.
Carver did not like that.
You can tell you're making fun of him. No, today it was just like that. We couldn't rationalize about anything. Like, everything was a screaming. Like, I was supposed to know she wanted juice. Like, she didn't have to tell me she wanted juice. Like, she was just screaming until I gave it to her. But I didn't. I just ignored her and Snapchatted her, so. That's how I roll. Oh, all right, you guys. Well, I'm so glad I upgraded my Zoom so we didn't get kicked off 40 minutes ago. Let me just throw that out there. So, thanks for jumping on. Hopefully this helped. Hopefully it kind of, some of my inspiration fed off on you, and then it was good. It's good just to talk too, I feel like, just to chat about things that are going on and things that are struggling with. And so I'm going to open up that link or that file so you guys can sign up for a night to just kind of be the star and talk a little bit. And then I think we'll just plan on this too. You know, whatever time we get done, we'll just spend the rest of the time till 9:30 or so just chatting about, well, we'll go back to 8. So we'll, from like 8:30 to 9, we'll just chat about stuff we're struggling with or things we need help with, or venting about people not liking chocolate Shakeology, because that's the craziest thing I've ever heard in my whole life. Like, if it's vanilla, I could understand, but chocolate's like, come on, people. But so thank you guys for taking the time. I know that time is precious, so I appreciate it, but it's good to see all your faces. So